Hey y'all, it's Emily here. Welcome to another episode of Weekly Wonder. This week, we're going to be exploring some of those little corners of discovery that exist all around us. I'm talking about pocket worlds. So what is a pocket world? Good question. It's just any small space for us to explore. It could literally fit in your pocket, like maybe a fallen bird's nest, or it could just be an unexplored corner of your yard or your porch, or even the soil in your houseplant. Now here's the amazing thing about pocket worlds. You could be the first, maybe the only person who ever has or ever will explore that one little pocket. You are going to be the expert on your pocket world. This week, Logan and Tyler and I are each going to explore a different pocket world around our own homes. And just for fun, we're each going to use a different way of exploring our pocket world. So grab your journal and let's go.
Good morning, everybody. It's Logan here. I chose a spot in my yard that I walk past all the time, or I can see out my window as I'm watching my bird feeders, but I actually haven't ever spent a lot of time here. And that is just some stone stairs that run through my yard. I want to see what kind of things live here. Like, this is a place where I just walk, but is it a home to anything? What's going on in this little pocket of my yard? And to do this, I'm going to make a map. One thing about me is that I love fantasy novels. And one of my favorite parts about fantasy novels is when you open up a new one and you look in the beginning and then there's a map and it's a whole new world to explore. It's a whole new geography. And so that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a map of this area's major landmarks, its inhabitants, and who lives here. So there's this little hole that's been carved out under the rock, and in the entrance I found a whole bunch of what looks like chewed up seeds, like some sunflower seeds and some other native plant seeds. Nearby, I also found what looks like a tunnel or a path through an evergreen shrub. I could imagine like a rabbit-sized animal making this run. I also found a bird splat, and then something that's a little bit more solid and tubular, and I think that's a lizard scat. So we've got bird scat, lizard scat. I found a ladybug. Wild.
What's up, everyone? It's Tyler. We're in my backyard in the garden. We're gonna look underneath this rock. Let's see what's happening. Let's take a closer look. Whoa, there's something living underneath this rock. It's moving. It's kind of hard to see. It's kind of burrowed in there. What else is going on over here? What else is happening? There's a wing. How did that wing get there? That's interesting. So we have one critter, one wing, and look, one plant growing underneath the rock with no sunlight. How is that plant doing that? Slug! Little bitty slug, you're doing great. Look at it move. Good job, slug. All right, let's see what's underneath this board. Worm! I hope the worm is okay. Slugs, two big slugs. Whoa, look at these slugs. Nice. Oh, there's some more worms. Whoa, look at these critters crawling around. Interesting. There's another slug. Over here, snail. There's a snail shale. Snail hiding in the shale. Look at that swirly pattern on the snail. That is beautiful. So I spent a few minutes with my pocket world, and now I'm going to write a short story in my journal about my experience. Today I decided to look closer at a pocket world right outside my back door. What I found amazed me. So much life hidden in the garden that I've never seen I was excited to visit with the slugs, snails, worms, plants, ants, fungus, and others who I was unfamiliar with. This tiny area I walk past every day is so full of neighbors. I am happy and grateful for these beings and my time with them. So write a short story, if you would like to, about your experience and what you saw in your pocket world. And I hope you have a lot of fun.
Hey y'all, for my pocket world this week, I'm not just exploring something at my house, I'm exploring something attached to my house. This spider web. My desk is actually on the other side of this window, and so sometimes when I'm taking a break, I like to watch the spider and see what's going on. This spider web has been here about 2 months. I named the spider Harvey. We're basically roommates at this point. But even though I glance at this web a lot, I haven't really taken the time to explore it. So I'm pretty excited to do that and see what's going on there. And I'm going to challenge myself to get to know my pocket world a little bit better by using a skill I'm not super confident in, and it's drawing. So I'm going to try to make a comic of what I explore in this web and what it tells me about how Harvey might spend her days. Okay, let's start observing. First, I saw 2 spider skins, not dead spiders, stuck in the web. This told me that Harvey had recently shed her exoskeleton in order to grow, which I always like to think of as getting a new suit of clothes, so that's why I made that panel number 1. I also saw 2 soft but also kind of spiky looking balls of silk near the very back of the web at the entrance to the funnel where Harvey hangs out most of the time. And they're in a pretty safe, secluded spot, so because of this, I think they might be egg sacs. So I drew a little nursery for Harvey and her kids. There was all kinds of stuff attached to the web. Little flies, moth wings, old exoskeletons, fallen leaves. Now sometimes I see Harvey moving trash out of the web like she's doing chores. So I made a panel where she's doing some housework too. Harvey's web used to be just a thin sheet of silk with a little funnel on one end, but it's gotten pretty complicated. Each time I see Harvey walk across her web, I notice that she's trailing a line of silk behind her. And after weeks of doing this, she's really extended her web. She's added lots of tunnels. It made me think of like an addition to a building or like home improvement project. So that's what I did for my final panel. So what pocket world are you going to explore this week? Whatever you explore and whatever you make, we would love to see what you've discovered. So share it with us. You can email it to us at weeklywonder@gsmit.org, and we'd love to feature you at our live stream this Friday. Happy exploring, and we'll see you Friday!
Cool. Got some good stuff.